Waiting on Facebook. And everybody's jumping in on Instagram. Just give me a minute so we can get all the other social media platforms online. Big shout out to Kurt the Barbarian, Daniel Alexander Glass, Kaji Gus Prime, Kofo 94, Amanda Nooks, Oasis Mansuri, Johnny D 718, Strength Addicts in the house. What's up, guys? John here, official Titan Talk Tuesday in effect. I appreciate all you guys joining me, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Whether you're a girl or a guy, much love to you guys, and hopefully you have some good special plans for tonight. After Titan Talk, I'm taking Tsikouris out for dinner. I already got the roses. I got everything set for my ball game as far as that goes. So I'll be hopefully having a good dinner and hopefully using some of these awesome Titan Medical Center libido enhancing therapies for tonight. So I make sure I hit home runs all day, every day, because that's what it's all about, right? Making sure your partner is full of pleasure and excited about you coming home or seeing you, and then having your awesome exercise routine together in the bedroom. You see? And if you do it good enough, maybe she'll cook you breakfast the next morning, if you're lucky. So at that point, if you're getting cooked breakfast anyway, you should be laying it down properly anyway for him. So big shout out, Johnny D, Monumentum, what's going on? Dwayne Shaw, Dan Wheeler in the house, who's tight and strong all day, every day. Sabrina's in the house, Art's in the house, Alpha Iron Labs, Scottsdale Johnny, Kenny Chemness, what's going on? Kurt 813, Yamila, what's going on? Dan Wheeler bought a badge. Badge is up. I appreciate it. It lets Instagram know that, listen, we're spreading some good information out there and people want to join. Katrina, what's going on? Badge, baby, happy Valentine's Day. Guy Garcia. Mike Mudd in the house. Looking good, Mike. I know you're staying with your regiment. You're looking good, dude. Keep it up. I'm looking for a fat burner shot. What is usually the average price? So Chemnest 20. I'm looking for a fat burner shot. What's the usual average price? So listen, fat burner shots. There's nothing really out there that you inject that really burns fat, right? But we do have some different therapies out there that are injectable, that are great weight loss therapies that are going to get rid of that fat, visceral fat that's around the stomach or in the body. So when we talk about those different things, we have a couple different options out there. So we have our ECA Stack Plus, which the capsule has real ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. It's great for energy, fat burning, and great for boosting the natural metabolism, right? And then we have something like AOD 9604, which is a peptide. It's a fragment of growth hormone. It's a 176 amino acid sequence chain. And this is great for lipolysis and lipogenesis. What is that? So that means it's good for destroying the fat that you have in your body and using it as energy. And it's good for using the stuff that you're intaking in your diet so it doesn't store as fat and uses as energy. So there's a big, big benefit to this. And you can stack these therapies together. But some of our other really, really monumental weight loss therapies are our Aries injectable weight loss therapy, semaglutide, and tirzepatide, which is a brand new one we're starting out with here in Titan Medical Center. And these are great for a couple different things. Both of these things really curb the appetite, right? They make sure that you're not getting these cravings like some people do, and some people just can't stay away from food. And that's the biggest obstacle that they face. They want to do it, they're in about it, they're going to exercise, but they can't control what they're putting in their mouth. It's either because, whether it's stress or they're depressed about something, or they just like to eat food, right? They're just hungry all the time. So this is going to help you guys curb that hunger. It's also going to help as far as releasing the nutrients in your body at an evenly dispersed level. So at that point, there's no sugar spikes, there's no insulin spikes as far as that goes. And it can help reverse insulin resistance. And this is a big problem for a lot of people out there, especially type 2 diabetics out there, or people that are on their way to type 2 diabetes. So at that point, if you're looking for something that's going to be very, very effective, what I would say, Chemnest 20 is semaglutide, or Aries injectable weight loss therapy, or tirzepatide. These are going to be very, very effective. You're going to lose weight in a really, really quick amount of time. These drugs, I love them, I hate them. I love them because they work so good, and I hate them because they work so good. For a lot of people out there that don't want to exercise, they don't want to change their diet, that's the part of being in a healthy lifestyle. And that's something that you should incorporate daily, because a healthy lifestyle is not only going to help you lose weight, feel great, it's also going to hopefully help you extend your life, right? You want to be on this planet for a long time. You want to live a good quality life too. That means every single day you want to feel as best you possibly can. Because it sucks, right? If you're waking up and you're 30 years old and you have no energy, you felt like you haven't gotten proper sleep the night before, and just don't feel like yourself. Some people, they always get to this point in their life and like, I just don't feel like myself, John. I feel down. I don't have no energy. Sex drive sucks. Mental clarity sucks. I have brain fog. And my body's just not responding like it used to. And these are some things that you need to recognize and see these red flags and say to yourself, listen, I don't have to feel like this or be like this. I can change things and go on a path where you can really accomplish those goals and feel better every single day. So if you were looking for something like that, to feel better, look better, perform better, the Titan Medical Center has a therapy for you. And if for weight loss, these therapies are game changers, especially semaglutide and tirzepatide. You're talking about very to little, no contraindications. That means it's good for a vast amount of people out there that might have issues like cardiovascular issues or high blood pressure or any of these different things that stimulants are not good for. So if you're taking a therapy like ECA Stack Plus, these are stimulants. These are not good for a lot of people that have very, very problematic cardiovascular issues. But semaglutide, tirzepatide, these are great. These are healthy, and you can take these for long, extended periods of time. So at this point, it's a real win-win of what you want to do. If you're looking for the best weight loss therapies out there, then our Aries injectable, semaglutide, and our tirzepatide therapies are the therapies for you. CW Reese, what's going on? Junior 619. Big shout out to Christian for Strength Addicts. Think that. Chris K. Myron Lynn, what's going on? Kaji, Mike Mudd, I love the eyes, bro. Looking all the time. O'Brien 80. Mike Klon, The Bird, Julie Andrews, Show Killer, The Genuine, Melissa Alizate. What's going on, Melissa? I hope all is well. We got Shaped by Sarah in the house. Sarah Tightnet, what's going on, Sarah? State Line, Frankie. Johnny Wick, what's going on? Big shout out to everybody joining me. I appreciate you guys tuning in every single Tuesday with me at Titan Talk. Thank you guys from TikTok to Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else. If you guys have any questions about what Titan Medical Center can help you guys out with, if it has anything to do with hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, peptide therapies like healing peptides, weight loss peptides, and sexual peptides. Also, blood work nationwide. You want to check on your hormones and see what's going on. You want to see what food sensitivity allergies you may have. You can even also check STDs through blood work. And it's very simple and easy to do. It's private. It's very confidential. So at that point, you guys can look at all these different things and see what's going on the inside of your body. You know, I always talk about people, maintaining their cars, taking in for oil changes, getting their tires rotated and changed. But we never look at our own body. Even when I go to these huge events like Festival of Speed, where you have all these guys and girls out there that have these luxury or exotic cars that may cost up to $1 million. But their bodies don't look like $1 million. They're not taking care of themselves the way they're taking care of their car. They got in a garage. It's in a controlled environment. They clean it with a toothbrush on the wheels and rims. But they don't even look at themselves, and they don't even try to take care of themselves in that way. And I'm asking myself, why are you doing this? You have all this expendable income, right? And you spend on all these different things, whether it's trips, it's cars, it's bars, it's girls, it's whatever. But you're not even taking care of yourself. One, don't you want to stay around to enjoy what you've earned or took it in with your money or your cars or your houses or whatever it may be? Don't you want to look your best, in front of people? Presentation's everything, and usually successful people focus on the presentation at first. But once they get going and they get to a certain level, sometimes that presentation they don't really care about. But they should, because other people see you out there. Your kids see you out there. Your loved ones see you out there. Maybe your potential girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is. So you always want to be your best all the time, right? And this is hard for a lot of people. They can't really grasp it if they're not in a healthy lifestyle already. They're saying, John, I work so much I can't get to the gym. That's garbage. I work just as many hours, if not more, and I'm getting to the gym. No problem. Also, eating right. They're saying, John, I'm always on the go. I can't get home cooked meals. This is garbage. This is an excuse you're telling yourself because you're not having good time management. One, you should be able to train at least 30 minutes, even at home, whether you're doing push-ups or sit-ups or whatever it may be. You should be able to focus on doing these certain things to improve yourself. The other thing is your meals. Now listen, you might not be the best chef in the world. That's okay. But there's plenty of companies out there that do food prep. Also, you could probably hire a personal chef to come over and make meals 2 times a week, and it probably is not going to break the bank on you. So these are just some of the different things. And if you're really that lazy or busy, right, then you can look at different things on Uber Eats and DoorDash. You know, you're saying to yourself, well, when I look at that, all I see is like fast food and junk food and all these different things, and it's so tempting. But here's the thing. Here's one of my tips and secrets for you guys. Now, in the morning and at night, I got my own home-cooked meals because I make my own steak, and that's what I eat. During the middle of the day, when I'm here at the office usually, I'm looking at a couple different things. Usually, it's Cheesecake Factory. And you're like, wow, man, John, I want to eat Cheesecake Factory. This sounds so good. But what I do is I order off the kids menu. The kids menu have the most bland items on the whole menu, right? Because kids don't like a lot of different things and their palates aren't advanced and all these different things. But this is the best place to look for you because they're bland foods like grilled chicken. And you can get, you know, some homemade potatoes with the skins in them. These are good things to take in. And they're very, very bland. And that way, you're not getting all these bad calories and all this fried food and all this garbage. You can look for things in your area, and I guarantee you'll find a restaurant in your area that will serve you up grilled chicken breast and some sort of potato or white rice. You can even order from 2 places, whether you order grilled chicken from one place and then call a Chinese restaurant and get some white rice served up to you. There's your meal. And if you want to change meals, that's up to you. Me, I can eat the exact same thing every single day, and I have for years and years and years. But that doesn't work for a lot of people out there. So at that point, you guys need to prepare yourself. Just like any job or anything that you're going to do, usually you will prepare for. Some people, they don't like to prepare and they just fly by the seat of their pants. And that's okay too. But make sure you guys have some options and you're thinking about this to set up your success. I started last Thursday. My next shot is this Thursday. YG Lee. Is that the semi-gutai, YG? Let me know, man. The food sensitivity allergy testing, that's a great, great test to do. And we can test different things. So, just for example, if you set up with like a nutritionist or a dietitian or whatever it is, or you just decide, listen, I want to eat these foods because they're very, very clean. And you have a certain circumstance of maybe you're bloating and you have no idea why. This is something that you can run a food sensitivity allergy testing and see if you're sensitive to that food and it's making you bloat. And you can pick different things. There's not set testing. So you can do 5 tests on white rice, beef, chicken, fish, and see where you lie. If everything comes back good, then you're good to go. If somebody gives you a meal plan, you want to make sure it's going to be good to go. You can test yourself for those foods with this blood test too as well. YG Lee, I started the weight loss drug last week from another clinic. It kicked in pretty fast, but my hunger came back a little bit. Is that because, sorry, that just...
This is only the first week.
Sure, my hunger came back a little bit, and that's because it's only the first week. So, usually with that, you're going to tear up on the medication. Every week, you're going to tear up, you're going to tear up, you're going to tear up. Now, the hunger should subside. And listen, if this doesn't work for you, tirzepatide will. And at that point, they're both going to work pretty well. But if you're getting hunger, then you're probably going to have to increase your dose. But check with your clinic. I'm not your medical provider, so at that point, I want to make sure you're following directions like they prescribe. I never step over anybody's toes. I don't let my medical provider step on anybody's toes unless somebody comes to us and they are a patient at that point. So just looking at those different things, right? Only Good Vibes, Hawaiian Bia, Son of Stewart, Brandon Blair Christian, Lisa Cordero. All right, so let's get into our first topic of the day. So every topic I like to start off with is going to be the therapy of the week. So our therapy of the week, obviously, is Valentine's Day. So this last week, and even today and tomorrow, if you want to take advantage of it, we've got some awesome discounts. You buy 5 libido-enhancing therapies, and you get your 6th one for free. Plus, all libido-enhancing therapies are usually $15 per each one. We're lowering that down to $12. So really, instead of getting 1 for free, you're really getting 2 for free if you really look at the deal and the discount going along with that. Now, our therapy of the week this week is our Wonder Woman and Superman therapies. So these are awesome libido-enhancing, bedroom-enhancing therapies that are going to make you look like a superhero to your partner. And we have something for a female and we have something for a male. So you guys can both get your rocks on and both have a blast with each other in the bedroom. So with this, our Wonder Womans. So our Wonder Womans are sildenafil. Sildenafil is Viagra. That's the active ingredient in it. And you girls out there ask me, well, why am I going to take something that guys take for ED? Because you want to really look at what sildenafil does. And what does sildenafil do? Sildenafil increases blood flow throughout the body. It's a vasodilator, okay? Originally, it was a blood pressure medication. That is originally what Pfizer was going to make Viagra for. But they seen the side effect from it and lowering the blood all the way down to the extremities. For us guys, it fills up the penis, so we're good to go and we're rock hard all day long, right? But for women, because we went back to the women, you're asking me why, right? So it works the exact same way for women. And you're saying, well, I don't have a penis. I'm a woman. I don't have that. Maybe some do, maybe some don't. I don't know these days. But if you are a biological woman, you're not going to have one. What does it do for you? So it lowers the blood down to the extremities to your areas too as well, making it more sensitive. And more sensitivity can hopefully help you guys climax a lot better and feel a lot more pleasure in the bedroom with your partner. Now for guys, we have our Supermans. We have two different versions of these Supermans. One, it's just a regular sildenafil troche. So it's just like Viagra. It's the active ingredient in it. It's going to work with blood flow and vasodilation. But if you're on hormone replacement therapy with us or anybody else, and you can provide the prescription proof from somebody else, then we have another Superman. And this is like a mega Superman. This has the sildenafil, so it has the blood flow and the vasodilation. It also has 10 milligrams of micronized testosterone for a boom effect. And you're asking me, well, what is it really going to help me out with? I'm not lifting weights in the gym. Why do I need testosterone in this? So let's talk about it. So usually, a lot of the older patients might have younger partners, okay? And the younger partners might have a really, really high sex drive. So they take the sildenafil and with the Superman, and that's going to get them through the first round, right? They're going to be good to go. But usually, some people lower on endurance as we get older. They're not working out, they're not doing cardio, so they're not really up to the challenge of going 2 to 3 rounds physically. Now, down low, you're ready to go. But, throughout the body, mentally, man, I think I'm a little toasted. So this micronized testosterone is going to help with endurance factor. It's going to give you more energy in the bedroom. So you can really go those 2 or 3 rounds and not be winded as much as you usually would. So you can get it on and you can be good to go. And your partner's like, man, what are you taking? You need to take this every time we do this, right? So set the first impressions or set the impressions up for you guys to make sure your partner knows you're going out of your way to be the best possible partner in the bedroom you can possibly be for them. And I think they'll love it for sure, 100%. Doncho, Super Bowl was rigged again, same as the Rams and the Buffalo Bills. I think the Super Bowl was a good game all the way through and through, and the last play with the hold. Listen, the Eagles guy says he held the player. If he didn't say that, then it would be a little bit more problematic. But if he admitted to it, then at that point, listen, we got to go with what we seen. Sounds like a great pre-workout to me. So sildenafil and tadalafil can be used for pre-workouts. They both cause vasodilation. So that means awesome pumps, right? But there are different things that we have here for pumps and for a lot more with an injection with Hercules Potion. You're talking about glutamine for recovery, arginine-L-citrulline for vasodilation and pump. The hole's a pump for about 4 to 6 hours after you leave the gym instead of instantly losing it 15 or 20 minutes after with over-the-counter supplementation or pre-workouts. Plus, you have ornithine that's going to help you do more strenuous activity and more in your workout to help you yield more results. We talk about NAC, great for liver functions. Lysine, great for the immune system. We have proline, is a collagen-based amino acid to lubricate the joint areas. And L-carnitine in there too as well for blood flow and to build muscle. So that's really the best one out there for pumps and a lot more for any strenuous activity you're going to do. YG Lee, it's a 12-week supply. The total milligrams are 7.5. So there must be dosing you a little bit lower because 7.5 milligrams is not the usual dose. If it's Ozempic, the commercial brand, it's usually 2.5 milligrams. Our version has 5 milligrams, but there's 2 mLs in the vial, so it's 10 milligrams total. So 7.5 milligrams lasting 12 weeks is kind of off. Ours would last somebody 10 weeks, and that's at a higher dosage of what you got. So that might be the issue of what's going on right now. I don't know. Are you getting any nausea along with it too as well? You want to make sure you're covered on that end too.
The price?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. So listen, with our Superman and Wonder Woman therapy, it's a really, really awesome therapy for each individual gender. And at that point, these things without testosterone, right, you do not need a blood test with. So if you're looking for just a regular Wonder Woman or Superman, all you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork and send it in. You can do that through the website, titanmedicalcenter.com. And at that point, you can just fill it out. We'll get it. We'll schedule it for a consultation with our medical provider. And you're going to be good to go to order these libido enhancers and our other ones too, because we have more. We have Cupid's Candy, which is PT141, which works on the nervous system. This was FDA approved for female libido enhancement. It was also used for, I just want to make sure I'm saying it right, hypoactive sexual desire disorder, HSDD. And this is commonly in females. About 30% of females have this issue. And this causes all different types of issues as far as with them and their relationships. 10% of guys usually have this too. So Cupid's Candy works on the nervous system. It's a true libido effect, right? And this is great for females because, like I always say, males get aroused in a different way than females, where guys are more about touching, feeling, and this stimulates them. Females are more mentally stimulated. This guy's funny. I like this guy, the way he does this. He's nice to me, all these different things. And, you know, like I said before, I think I said this on Tuesday, you could be walking past somebody and you're like, oh, cool, like, you know, man, like, why is that girl with him? What the hell is she seeing him? And you have no idea. And if you go up and ask that girl, she might say something like, well, he's really, really nice to me. He's a gentleman to me. He makes me laugh. Nobody ever makes me laugh. They just want to take me on dates and do this with me. But this guy actually genuinely cares. So there's different things that stimulate women and men. So with PT141, it's going for that mental stimulation. And like I said, it works for guys too. It has tadalafil in it. Tadalafil is a vasodilator too as well. And the main ingredient of that is in Cialis, tadalafil, right? So you're working with a vasodilation effect with blood flow, and then you have the mental stimulation go along with it. The third component is oxytocin. Oxytocin is a bonding hormone. This is something that happens when a female, right, she just has birth with a baby and they lay it on her chest. That instant bonding effect, oxytocin is getting released. Couples, hugging, loving, touching. This releases oxytocin, right? This is a bonding hormone. This is hopefully going to keep you guys and bring you guys together more and lower inhibitions. So your girl might get a little bit more freaky in the bedroom, or you might too. Who knows? But it will be good for both of you guys, right? So Cupid Candy is definitely a game changer across the board with those three main strong components. Also, we have PT141 by itself. We have an injectable form. We have oral form. This can be done with a maintenance dose weekly, and it's great for stimulation and arousal in both males and females. So we have all these different options laid out for you guys, so you guys can really pick and choose what would probably be the best for you. We also have Ironmans, arginine, and sildenafil, maximum blood flow for maximum power. So at that point, you guys will have the most blood flow you can have down low, and hopefully that'll take you guys off to the races, and your partner will enjoy it.
I got one for you.
All right, what do we got here?
What's that price?
All right, so YG said it was $750. $750. Our program is $550, and it's a bigger dose of medication, and it's probably going to work a lot better than what you got here. I see some places they're selling for $1,000, $1,500. It's all across the board. I wanted to make it the most inexpensive across the country. The reason was because it's such a fantastic medication and works for so many people out there. And I want it to be easier to get for people, right? Instead of, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to pay my rent this week or I'm going to buy this medication, right? I wanted to make it so it was more affordable for people, so more people could take advantage of this drug because it's that good of a drug. It's that good of a medication. It's helped so many people out there. And there's a lot of people out there that would give their left arm to lose weight. They've tried everything out there, every kind of diet, exercise, across the board, and they just can't get the scale to move. Now, there is one other thing that you want to look at if you're looking for weight loss. That is your hormones. Because if hormones are all jacked up, these medications will still work to lose the weight with you, but you could get better results if your hormones are dialed in. Or if your hormones are dialed in, you might not need some of these medications as much. So at that point, you really want to focus in on everything as far as your foundation, and your hormones being dialed in and optimized, and then at that point, making sure you're eating correctly, you're training correctly, you're getting some sleep, and if you still need help from there, don't worry, because Titan has your back with all these amazing therapies that will definitely help you, and we're your partner, side by side, ready to get you to your goal and helping you guys. Oh my God, bro, I wish I could turn 21 tomorrow. So YG Lee, you will turn 21 soon. You keep on your thing. I'll keep filling you in so you can go back to this clinic, wherever it is, and start shoving it down your throat so I give you the answers of what you can do, right? I'll make you back them into a corner. I love doing that. I see. Huh? Yeah, for sure. He's been on there for a while. That's what I'm saying. So I want to definitely make sure I take care of you. All right, so let's talk about the next topic. Low sex drive. We just talked about this, right? So have you guys ever heard of Kisspeptin? It's a hormone, right? Kisspeptin we've had for a long, long time. But I just seen this in Medical Daily, I think is where I got it from, in saying about how Kisspeptin, the injection, will definitely help with what we just talked about, HSDD, hypoactive sexual desire disorder. And like I said, 30% of women have this issue right now. And it's a big, big problem because if they have this issue, and the higher risk of getting this could be with low testosterone or estrogen levels, diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, and thyroid disorders, mental health concerns, including depression, anxiety, and stress, experiencing medication side effects. So a lot of people don't talk about that either. Some of the medications that you might need to take might have some serious side effects along with them. And usually when we talk about things like low testosterone or low sex drive, we want to talk about antidepressants. Now, antidepressants have to be used by some people. Some people genuinely need antidepressants, but some people really don't need antidepressants. And some people get put on antidepressants for false pretenses. For example, a person goes in, a guy who has nothing going wrong in his life, or a girl, and says to the doctor, I don't feel like myself, I feel really down and depressed, I have nothing to be depressed about, I have low energy, my sex drive sucks. So what does that doctor do? The general practitioner says, let's just test your hormones. They don't say that. General practitioner says, you have this? No problems. Here's your Viagra script. Here's your antidepressant your script, and you're good to go. This is going to help you feel better. This is going to help you get the erections up, and I'll come and I'll see you in about 30 to 60 days. And at that point, yeah, you might get erections, but is the antidepressant really going to help your mood? Sometimes it does help people, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it gets them even worse. So you really need to look at this and make sure you're monitoring yourself daily. If you're on these medications, and if you have these negative side effects and you need antidepressants, then you can look at some of the other factors that might help you, which might be hormone replacement therapy, it might be libido enhancers you might need, all these different things, or possibly Kisspeptin. So relationship issues are another thing, low self-esteem and smoking habits. So symptoms of HSDD. So you guys can see this maybe if you're going your day-to-day functions. So we talk about little to no sexual desire, little to no sexual thought, no interest in masturbation, inability to be aroused, no response to sexual signals, inability to orgasm, loss of erectile or ejaculatory functions in men. You can see how this could affect a lot of people out there. And when I talk to couples out there in my age group, so I'm 40, I'm going to turn 42 here in a week. So let's say I'm in my 40s. My wife's in her 30s, right? She's 35 to be exact. I talk to a lot of couples that don't have sex every single week. They have sex maybe once every 3 months, once every month, twice a month. Guys, this is a problem for your relationship. This is a serious, serious issue because usually it's only one partner. It's never usually both partners unless there's a serious problem in the relationship. But if the one partner, and I'm just going to say, let's say it's a woman because there's 30% that deal with this. If the woman doesn't want to have sexual desires or she don't want to have sex with you, there could be one of these issues. And usually guys are, they're like, hey, listen, what can I do, right? And some girls are embarrassed about this. They don't want to talk about it. They get attitudes about it. And they just don't want to, even think about a problem with themselves. But there could be this problem. And, if you're sharing love, right, this is emotional and physical. So emotionally, you need to be tied to your partner. Tell them you love them, taking care of them, supporting them. But you still need to have that touch, that emotion. What do you think you guys were doing when you first got together? I guarantee you weren't just talking and sleeping in different bedrooms. That didn't happen, right? You guys were together. Probably the honeymoon stays. I mean, me and Charisse, I think we stayed home from work like 2 or 3 months. I made her call up work and say, hey, your grandma's dead. And I know you shouldn't say that, but you did. You know, I mean, I used to stay home from work because, listen, I used to work at, a job where I didn't have to go in the office. I was making big bucks. And, I was just doing my thing mobily and stuff like that. But she wasn't like that, but we still stayed home, and that's the way it was. That's the way we started a relationship. That's why we're so hard to pull apart, because that's how we started. But a lot of people, it dwindles, whether they have animosity towards each other because they're fighting about something, don't like the way it happened or whatever it is, or it just goes away, right? People just say, oh, it just goes away, like that fire, that feeling. It's because you're letting it go away. You have to invest in your partner. You have to treat it like a job in some circumstances, because you have to work for it. It just doesn't come to anybody. True romance and love and all that stuff just doesn't come. That is a job that you guys are working together to complete that task and hit that mission goal. So at that point, you want to make sure you're there with your partner. And listen, if you guys are on the rocks and stuff like that, it's time to work back in. Start growing together, not apart. Doing things together, talking together, making decisions together, and having relationships in and outside the bedroom are key. You need to spice it up, maybe. I don't know. Something's going wrong. You might not like this. You need to talk and communicate. All right? That's the best thing I can tell you guys. So Kisspeptin. This can be used for a number of different things. Now, Kisspeptin is a naturally occurring hormone found in the hypothalamus gland in the brain. It stimulates the release of other reproductive hormones in the body. Now, some of you might have heard of Kisspeptin from me. And Kisspeptin we use as a gonadal support. So that means that people on testosterone, like guys, they need something that's going to make sure their testicles don't shut down. We don't want atrophy. We don't want shrinkage. We don't want low semen volume. And we want to make sure the desire is still there. So Kisspeptin is used by men and females. So men can use it for gonadal support. They can use it for fertility options. They can use it for so many different things out there. And it works. That's the best thing about it. It works for males and it works for females. And they did testing on both males and females in this testing. So it was a great, great research test all the way around. And it's something that can really help people. Because listen, usually if people are having good bedroom relations, usually they're happy on the outside most of the time. Some people, they don't. And that's all they have. And you can't have that either. It's got to be both. They told me it'd be $1,400 after the 12 week. Oh my God, dude. So now they're getting you. Now because it's because they're doubling the therapy. So they're sending 2 out instead of 1 vial. And that's why they're charging you double on it. So at that point, I think for us, I think it'd be like what, $1,000 or $1,100, and you're getting more medication. That is what it is. John could teach a college course. Excellent explanation. Thanks, Christian. I appreciate that, man. I just want to break it down. I want to break it down in layman's terms and be on the same level with you guys, because it's really, really true, some of the things I'm saying. And I think that, people would be a lot happier because, the sexual tensions might be out. And this, the sexual tensions don't just affect your relationship, because you might have those tensions with your relationship and then it turns into animosity sometimes, or aggression, or people take it into their job, right? You've heard the expression like, it looks like you ain't got laid in 2 years because you're grumpy, you got this face, and you're never nice and anything like that. But, you see some people and they might get, they might have sex the night before and they come in with a smile on their face. They're glowing, or maybe that morning, right? And man, you're like, damn, what happened to you? Like, oh, I had a good night last night, Oh, cool. Well, that makes you excited. That makes you happy. This releases other hormones in the body, that makes you happy. So you want to really look at this, like serotonin and all these different things. All right, so Kisspeptin, if you guys are looking for something for arousal, for something for fertility, for gonadal support, there's an injectable with Kisspeptin. We also have this in oral form, and this could definitely help you guys out. Girls and guys, remember, if you're suffering from HSDD, hypoactive sexual desire disorder, if you see these symptoms and you recognize these symptoms, you can do something about it. You're not helpless. Make sure you reach out and be proactive to help yourself and to make sure your relationship is going to have a big, bright future, because you don't want this with your partner. All right? B Moose in the house. What's going on? Rob, how you doing? All right, so let's get into the next one. This is how exercise actually affects your testosterone levels. So I've been getting the questions a lot, and I always get the questions of how can I raise my testosterone levels, John? Is there certain foods I can eat? Is there certain supplementations I can do? Exercise I can do? And with this, Exercise is key to raising testosterone levels. Now, not all exercises will raise testosterone levels. It's also been researched and proven that some exercising in certain circumstances will lower testosterone. And if you are doing the exercises to raise testosterone, it's not going to keep your testosterone raised for long extended periods of time. It will raise for a certain amount of time and start lowering and go back to where it was. With testosterone, when we talk about this, we want to talk about some of the different benefits exercising has on testosterone. So when we talk about exercising like weightlifting, right? Resistance training, something like this is going to help raise testosterone levels. So if you're doing bench press, you're doing legs, you're doing something with weights, and you're giving a good effort. So you're really intense on these exercises. This is going to help raise testosterone levels. It's going to help in the gym, right? Working bigger muscle groups. Like I said, pecs, right? Back, quads, glutes. These things are your big muscle groups, and this will help raise testosterone levels faster and higher and long extended periods of time. But what lowers testosterone levels in exercising? Because you're saying, well, man, like exercise, that pretty much covers all the muscle groups. I mean, you're exercising this. Is there like bicep curls that are going to make me go smaller or testosterone lower? No. Lowering testosterone has to really do with cardiovascular exercises. It's like as far as, running on a treadmill, stairs, something along those lines, swimming for long extended periods of time. This will actually lower testosterone levels just a little bit. It's not going to go real low. It's not going to crash your levels, but it's going to lower, right? And they say, for instance, if you're lifting heavy weights with lots of sets over a 45-minute time period, you'll see a bigger impact on the increase of your testosterone levels. Now, what I'd like to see is, and I might actually do this, is blood test myself before I go to the gym, blood test myself after I go to the gym, and do these specific exercises to see how fast, or how long, I guess, has my testosterone raised. Like literally go there right beforehand, train, and go right to the lab right afterwards, or come right to Titan Medical Center and get my blood pulled within 30 minutes. I think at that point we can definitely see how high it raises. Now, they don't have a specific number as far as how much testosterone you're going to get out of the raise, but it's not going to be a whole bunch. So it's not going to be over 300 points per se. So if you're at a 346, you're not going to get to 646. You might go up 100 points, maybe 200 points. Everybody's different, right? So at that point, we'll have to really see how this really affects somebody like me or somebody else. But it's really cool. So if you are working out, it's going to help raise your testosterone. Now, testosterone is key and vital, especially as we get older. As we get older, if you notice, like all the older people, they start shrinking, and you say, oh, they start getting like smaller and like this. Well, what happens is they start wasting away to a certain circumstance. Their testosterone levels go lower, IGF-1 levels go lower, and they start shrinking and getting littler. They've shown the studies that older adults, if they weight train, that they will not lose their size and not get small as fast or shrink. So if you're looking to really keep your gains as you get older, make sure you're incorporating weight training in your daily activities. This is so beneficial for you guys and can help in so many different ways, not just a physical appearance, but on the inside too as well, as far as cardiovascular appearance, cholesterol, sugar levels, all these different things are affected by you being active and you really trying your best when you're in there, not going into a gym and sitting there and reading your phone the whole time and doing one set of curls and thinking you're heavily exercising. This is not a good weight training. Get on a good weight training plan. And there's tons of different apps out there that will walk you through these plans or different exercise routines, and it'll literally show you how to do it. I mean, technology has advanced so much. I have a ton of my different workout videos that we should post up here soon. And maybe I can sell you guys for like $10, but give you guys some of these routines and show you guys the exercise on video, and you can have it right on your phone right wherever you're at. All right. Woo! Any other questions, guys? Before I go on to the next, loving everything. What's the difference between Hercules and Nectar of the Gods? Eddie281. So great question, because they're really similar. And if you look at the ingredients, and they're like, man, like, really, what's the difference between these two? So let's really break down what they are. So both have glutamine, both have arginine. Now, the difference between Hercules Potion and Nectar of the Gods. Hercules Potion has L-citrulline and has ornithine in it. So L-citrulline, arginine, remember I said that blood flow and vasodilation and ornithine to let you work out longer, more strenuous activity. Those two components are out and not Nectar of the Gods. They're replaced with glutathione. So glutathione is the mother of antioxidants. It's a super antioxidant. It's great for free radicals in the body. It's great for getting over sickness or preventing sickness. It's great for liver functions, fatty livers. People have high ALT, AST readings. It's great for inflammation in the body. There's so many different benefits just from glutathione. So it is a little bit different in Nectar of the Gods, where you can get, you can get the blood flow from arginine, you can get the recovery, you can get some glutathione for a daily dose. NAC, which pairs up right with glutathione, is great for liver functions too as well. And then you also have L-carnitine, proline, right? Lysine. These things are in Nectar of the Gods too as well, give you a lot of big benefits. So that is the difference between Nectar of the Gods and Hercules Potion. Hercules Potion has glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine, L-citrulline, proline, taurine, NAC, and L-carnitine. And Nectar of the Gods has glutamine, arginine, glutathione, NAC, lysine, proline, taurine, NAC, and L-carnitine. So if you guys are looking for good ones, those are both two good ones. The medication came from Hollandale Pharmacy. So Hollandale is a little bit different as far as what their doses come as far as semaglutide. Going, UJK, what's going on? Dr. Russell Muscle, UGK, Jarhead, what's going on? All right, so let's get to our weekly poll. So our Titan weekly poll is, have you tried using bedroom enhancing products? 12% said, no, I don't need them. That's awesome. 16%, occasionally when I need the extra help. It's okay. Listen, you want to perform your best. So if you want the extra help, you can definitely use it. Yes, I love them, 30%. So the bigger population said 30%. And 42% said, I never tried them. Can I get some more info? 42% have never tried them. They want more info. You guys keep to the weekly poll newsletter, and you guys can read about all the great libido-enhancing therapies, all the other therapies we have right on there, plus the discounts. So if you were on the new weekly newsletter, you would have seen we're running discount specials last week and today and tomorrow on all of the libido-enhancing therapies. So you guys can still get in on these discounts and giveaways. All you guys got to do is call or text 727-389-3220 and say, I want to take advantage of the libido enhancing specials that you guys got going on. So 42%, huh? So let's say 72%. 30% said, I love them, and 42% I never tried them. I want more information. So I probably want to try them too. And if you guys are patients with Titan Medical Center, you order, let's say, Hercules Potion, and you've never tried any of our libido-enhancing therapies, I'll even throw one in for free for you guys. So you guys can try it and see what the difference is between them and without them. All right? Because there is a big difference. I guarantee it across the board. But that's it, guys. If you guys don't got any other questions, I got to go get dressed here and get ready to take my wife out to Valentine's Day dinner and hopefully have some fun in the bedroom later on. So hope you guys have a hell of a Valentine's Day night. Hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoy the time with your partner in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, and hope you guys go into work with a huge smile on your face tomorrow, because I hopefully will myself. So I'll see you guys then. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you guys for joining me on another Titan Talk Tuesday here at Titan Medical Center every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Much love, guys. I'll talk